Wednesday. Oh, I hope that the sun cooperates. Got a few things to do today. Hey HB, good morning. A few things to do today that does not actually involve writing. We have some things to get ready for a friend's surprise birthday party this weekend. So, I'm changing things up a little bit today. I have to show you these. So, can you see them? I did my friend's face with king crowns, and I made a whole bunch of these that we have to cut out. And then I did all of these circle photos of him that are double-sided, and I have a hole punch that I have to punch them out. So that's what we're gonna do while we chat this morning. I'm very excited to change things up. It feels good. I'm actually gonna adjust your angle. It's a beautiful morning. It's gonna be 1,000,000 degrees today. Not mad about it. However, I really wanted that weather to last into Saturday when we're having this party, and it's supposed to not be warm right now. So that's unfortunate, but we'll get through it. Actually, it's like even supposed to rain, but we'll have an indoor fun party, or it'll be a hot tub party. We're still gonna decorate. Oh, shit. We're gonna decorate and go all out. I did get the first part of the next script finished, which is great. Shit. It's gonna be more difficult than I thought. So that's exciting. I'll be working on the second part today. Let's see if I can. Oh, I hope I don't mess this up. I was going to pay to get something like this done, and then I realized I could just do it myself and print it at FedEx or Kinko's or somewhere without spending as much money, and I was right. Also, isn't that amazing, HB? I'm so excited. I'm glad that I listened to it when I did, because the end of the next deep dive goes into simulation theory. So it'll be really valuable to be able to reference 11 and Tom. I might even have to come back and do like a whole second, just a separate video on simulation theory alone, maybe? Okay, moment of truth. We're gonna try and punch one of these out. I hope it's okay. Yay! Okay, look. It's a little big. Oh well. So one side, can you see it? And then the other side is a different photo of him. But we're gonna attach these to the streamers we have, or throw them around like confetti, I'm not sure. It's gonna be good. But yeah, anyways, what I was saying is that I'm sure I'm gonna do a video just on simulation theory alone as one of my videos post telepathy tapes deep dives. So we'll see. how soon it comes up, but I definitely obviously have to talk about it in the next one because it's relevant and it's brought up in the episode. Oh man, these are just like a hair shy. I don't want to fix all these later. Now here's the question of how perfectionist do I get with this? Like, do I go through and trim these? Oh, am I gonna be that crazy? Really? So yeah, entanglement. That's like what I was talking about yesterday with reincarnation. Like, if time isn't linear and reincarnation is real, then all of our incarnations are happening simultaneously. And they somehow supposedly affect one another. Like what happens in one incarnation affects another. The same way that we always say our past lives affect us. But again, past is a relevant word. But it would all be entanglement, right? It'd be quantum entanglement because what happens to one affects the other. That'd be the only thing that makes sense. Which is wild because if you would have told me when I was like 12 years old that I'd spend my 30s researching quantum entanglement or quantum physics for fun, I would have been shocked. And now I'm pissed I didn't get into it sooner. I know, I'm very excited for you, HB. Coffee is hot. I have to go investigate that noise because I'm home alone. It's probably the dog, but what the fuck was that? Okay, I don't know what that was, but everything's fine. No one's there. Also, I realized how funny it would be one of those weird live videos where something awful's lurking. Thankfully, I don't know what it was, but it seems gone now. Yeah, like I said, when I was a kid, I was really into all the weird stuff, right? Like I was into UFOs, I was into Bigfoot, I was into Loch Ness, I was into the mysteries of the pyramids. Like I loved that stuff. But then as like, I don't know, probably puberty and like middle school hits and all of a sudden you're like too cool for school and everything's about boys or cheerleading or whatever, which is fine. Or like friends drama, like, you know, when you're a kid and that stuff happens. But then like, I think that period in time, like wiped away all that curiosity or like just pushed it down. And I went into college and I picked my major based on literally nothing. And I stuck with it and then I worked in it and now I have 20 years of experience in it and I literally don't care about it. Because I think that we have to choose our like life paths and our careers too young. Like our frontal lobe's not fully developed. How do we know what we want to do for the rest of our lives? But all that to be said, I think had I known, I probably would have studied science. I've come to realize that in later years. But I don't know. How about you? Would any? I mean, there's a few people in the chat, but HB even. Did you study? Did you go to university? And if you did, did you like? Do you work in what you study? I have no regrets about university. It was amazing. It was a wonderful time. I have no regrets. I'm still paying it off, but I still don't regret it. But my major and I, even though that's what my career's been in, do not align. These are turning out really cute, but I can tell I'm gonna have to trim them. It's just gonna happen. Maybe that's what we're gonna be doing for the next couple days till this party is cleaning these up. Suppose I should get a basket or something to put these in. Morning, Andy. Or good afternoon, Andy. How are you? Have you listened to the new talk tracks, number 11, about simulation theory yet? Because I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, anyone that's watching that has just like stumbled across these mornings, usually I'm writing, but it's kind of evolving in what I'm doing, but we sit here and we talk shop about anything relating to science and spirituality for the most part. So feel free to jump in if you want, or just, you know, hang out. It's cool. You don't have to. Yeah. Oh, you have to listen to it, Andy. It's dense, but the person that Kai interviews, Tom, what did you say his last name was, HB? Is it Tom Campbell? Is fascinating. I'm gonna have to listen to it again for sure. I need something to put shit in. Just a moment. Took my brain a minute to figure out what I wanted to do, but I got it now. Bowl is for the stuff that is done. Box is for the recycling. You are not in the sun yet, so you are good. Everybody stay put. Hi, bud. Hang out. So much more to do. Where do I start? Okay. I hear you. I mean, me too, friend. But not in the same way as you, but definitely feeling challenged at the moment. I'm definitely at a crossroads with this channel. I know that I'm not going to put it back in the box, and I kind of feel like it's my future. It's just going to take a minute to grow. But I just kind of know that it's a challenge, but it's going to be a good one. And I think the same's true for you, HB. Man, I'm gonna have to hustle. I just realized his birthday gift that I got also requires some upkeep. I found this vintage glass, like, I don't know, jewelry dish that's really pretty that I got, but I also found this really beautiful neon print of a bouquet of flowers, and I found a frame that it fits, all second hand pre-loved, and I need to sand down the frame and I'm gonna paint it. I gotta do all of this before Friday, which is doable. What do you guys have going on for the rest of the week? Wait, also, HB, you said that Campbell's sim theory is what you found about religion. My question to you is, was this based off of like what you heard in Talk Tracks 11, or were you previously familiar with Tom's work? Because I had heard his name, but I don't think I'd ever listened to him on a podcast, or I've never read any of his books. But after hearing that, I really do want to go back and listen to more of his stuff. All right, progress. We are getting somewhere. I have a plan now. That's always good. I can tell the city's already starting to get louder and it's only Wednesday. However, because the weather's kind of going to be shit this weekend, I think the Puerto Rican Pride event may not be as rowdy. So it may not be as loud out here, especially if you're wearing this. The birds are chatty. Oh my god, I did see a dozen synchronicities yesterday. It was bizarre. I had 444 on my book page. I got two, so 4 twos. I got 10, 12, 12. It was bizarre. And I was running errands and not really doing too much until I came home and I worked on the script. And yet, it's 1,000,001 synchronicities for some reason. Oh, is that all I got of those spots? Okay, maybe this isn't going to be as bad as I thought. Okay. Just scaring myself for no reason. Okay. Oh, is that the problem? Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that. Andy, what's in your garden? And by garden, do you mean actual garden, or do you just mean like your property? Because I know that can sometimes have a different meaning. But if it's a garden, what are you growing? I'm growing iceberg lettuce for the first time this year, specifically because I wanted to learn and see how it formed into the actual like ball of lettuce or the head of lettuce. And it's really cool to watch because it's starting to do it now. Now I'm thinking that if I'm gonna have to go through and clean these up, maybe it's better to like just intentionally get one edge correct, so I only have to trim one side. Is that genius, or am I an idiot? We will find out. I think I'm a genius. I think it's gonna work. We're gonna go with it for this page. It makes more sense to me to fix one side of a circle than the whole thing, right? peaceful out. I love it so much. Oh, that's kind of sad, huh? I mean, I understand. I live in a city. I've lived in a city my entire adult life, like major cities, my entire adult life, and I'm very used to concrete playgrounds. But I'm glad you have a little nature preserve, or nature reserve near you that you can tend to. It's nice to care for something. You guys have all seen the jungle in my studio. Covered in one out here too. I love plants. Not a green witch, but I still love plants. I say I'm not a green witch because I have no, like, I'm not, all of my plants are doing okay. But the second one of them is not, I don't actually know what I'm doing. Like, I have a plant up front that I am struggling with. I have killed so many plants. This is how I know. I am not bad, but I am not great. It's very much like hopes and prayers for my plants. But that seems to work. They really like being talked to and just loved on. Oh, you have cactus? I can't do, I've never been able to do cactus. I also can't do air plants or succulents for some reason, except for my burro's tail that you guys might be able to see in my other videos. That is the only succulent I've ever kept alive, and every now and then I think it's not gonna make it. Okay, so episode 11 was your first time hearing Tom too. I know, I can't wait. I wanna go back and listen to it again. I'm really intimidated about continuing on the script because not only does it go into John Paul's death, it also goes into simulation theory, and I'm so excited to talk about these topics, but it's such a challenge to balance not being an expert and still wanting to explore and share things, because I feel like people expect you to be an expert if you're opening your mouth, and I understand that. But I guess I'm trying to build a community where everyone can kind of like learn along with me. But I can't wait to dive into Tom's theories and all of that, and it's gonna make for a lofty episode. Gosh, it's only been 12 minutes. Seems like I've been on here longer already. I'm so excited about this surprise. I think that my friend thinks that we've all forgotten about him. It tends to always happen before a surprise party, right? Like you always think that everybody hates you, and then you find out that instead they're just avoiding you because they're trying to throw a surprise and they're not good at lying to you. That's what's happening here. Yeah, truly. It's funny, between the two dogs, she's the tougher one. She's the one that's more likely to kick somebody's ass, dog or human. So funny. She is literally a quarter of my dog's weight, and yet she's the scary one. Yes, confirmation bias, where you get what you look for. Basically, and I struggle with it the same way I do with the placebo effect, in the same way of like, just because like it's confirmation bias, just because you're getting it because you're looking for it doesn't mean that it's not there. But then you have that opposite side, right? The change blindness, which is that you don't look for what you don't, or you don't see what you don't expect, which is what a lot of people are doing now with the telepathy tapes, I think. I think a lot of people, because they're not expecting this to be real, or expecting this in their reality, are very easy to kind of in one ear and out the other, or ignore it. And I'm not faulting them for that, because honestly, it makes me think of like when I was a kid. I don't know about everybody else, but when I was a kid, I don't remember learning this, but I know that at some point I was taught that nothing is solid. Everything is vibrating and nothing is actually solid. And as an adult, those are the kinds of things that I love chewing on. I'm obsessed. I'm fascinated. I could just sit in silence and think about it by myself. Like, people would think I was nuts, because people don't sit and just think anymore. But I could do that about the whole concept of like nothing is solid, like matter isn't what we think it is. But then, because at the time and as a kid, my brain was not ready to experience that or realize that, it just went in one ear and out the other. It was like, oh, okay, nothing's solid, moving on. And I know so many of us have done that, but I'm like, wait, I think that should stop us more. I think that should cause us to pause and be like, what? Hey, Ken, good morning. Or good evening. Yeah, the gorilla in the room. Yeah, I'm talking about that in the script. Oh yeah, I mentioned that yesterday, didn't I? Like the gorilla on the basketball court, the motel clerk getting swapped, like whatever it is. That even, dangerous territory for me to start talking about it now, but that makes me think of the Mandela effect, which I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with the Mandela effect. I will absolutely be doing a video on that at some point. And it's all because I have, there are so many personal Mandela effects that I've experienced that I can't get over it. My friends laugh really hard whenever I bring it up, because they know. I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. Yeah, HB, you're so kind. That is a great question. Ken, how did you sleep today? Was it better? I hope so. Yes! The loop on the, I know, that one. You only got 3 hours again? Honey, you're gonna crash out. You've got to get more than 6 hours in 2 days. Okay. Well, it's nighttime now, right? You can go to bed soon. Andy, Ken is in Indonesia, in Jakarta, right? So it is almost 8 p.m. your time, right? Jakarta sounds so cool. Mandela effects, that's what we're talking about. Okay, the Ford one, Ken, please, I'm gonna rattle a few off. I'm dying to know if anyone else has this. Ford, obviously the fruit of the loom, cornucopia. That one almost pisses me off, because that is literally the only reason I know what the fuck a cornucopia is. I remember standing in a store and asking my dad, what is that? Because of the logo or the basket or whatever. Hi, Matthew. Good morning. And so cornucopia for sure. Britney Spears' microphone in the music video. I think, is it Baby One More Time? The one where she has the red latex suit. She had a fucking headset microphone, and there's a dance move where she would move it. I remember it. They used to sell Barbie dolls that had all of the accessories, including the headset that she wore. They had Halloween costumes. All the girls had the headsets. And then the music video comes out, or years later now, if you watch the video, she even does the hand movement, but she's not wearing a headset. I have chills even talking about that one. That one literally makes me angry, to the point. Actually, you guys, I've never told, oh, my partner knows this. I've never told anyone else this. the Monopoly monocle guy. Actually, I remember Mandela actually dying and being like, he was already dead. What do you mean? I remember him dying in prison. But what I haven't told anybody yet is that I actually started writing a script, not a YouTube script, like a movie script or a play, like a I don't know what the word is, but I started writing a script a couple years ago about a Mandela effect with the concept of a pop star a la Britney Spears experiencing a Mandela effect like we just talked about, like, except I guess, oh my gosh, I'm struggling to say this. I haven't taken my medicine. Essentially, it's the Mandela Britney effect, except it's from Britney's perspective, and she's the one that remembers having the headphone, and she remembers it, but yet it's her video and she doesn't have it in, and so she starts rabbit holing into what Mandela effects are and yada yada yada. Except in my adaptation, it's not Britney, it's someone else. It doesn't even have to be a pop star, but the concept is that the Mandela effect is surrounded around a public figure or a celebrity, and yet that celebrity or public figure also is experiencing it, and it's about them, and so then they deep dive into it. So I started writing that a couple years ago, and I still think it's a good idea, but I paused because I don't know where it ends. I don't know how it goes. I just have the plot started and I can't seem to finish the idea. But that's like, I think it's a really good idea. What do you guys think? And be honest, if it's shit, please tell me so I don't waste my time. But like, I think it's a good idea. And yeah, and like, there's so many other Mandela effects I actually experienced that myself. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. I can't remember right now. Oh, there's so many. I actually, the problem that I think my friends and loved ones laugh at me about with the Mandela theory is that I love to watch YouTube videos that talk about the Mandela. I'm looking for them at this point. That's the problem. And I love watching videos that outline them all. And whenever I do, 9 times out of 10, most of them, many of them, not most of them, many of them apply. Several of them don't. But there's so many now. It's, what? Oh, Statue of David's eyes. His heart-shaped pupils. What the fuck is that about? Are you kidding me? You know what? I'm saying this to an international audience, and that's not fair because we all know that our education system. But I did not know that his pupils were hearts until like 6 months ago. And I'm an artist. I love art. What do you mean his pupils are hearts? What? What's throwing me off is, dude, go look at it right now. Open a new tab and go look at the Statue of David heart eyes. Yes. And so when I saw that, I thought somebody was fucking with me. And then I looked it up and it was like very real, to the point that I like have a book, an art book that has like, actually my coffee cup has him on it, but you can't see his pupils. This is my favorite cup, and it's all worn out now, but it's got all this famous art throughout the history. I love it. But yeah, you can't see his pupils, but regardless, that one blew my mind. And what I'm saying is, I don't know if that was a failing American education system or if it was a Mandela effect. But that one floored me recently when I found that one. There was also another one that just came up the other day that I was like, no, there's no fucking way. Merchandise? See the merchandise. What do you mean? Which merchandise? Do you see merchandise? What are you asking, HB? Heart-shaped pupils since when? Since when? Since when? So you didn't know it either. Blowing my mind. Oh, me to sell merch. That's what you're saying. Is that what you're saying? I would be down at some point. In the future. Right now, I'm not even monetized. I've got, I think, 1,300 subs at this point. feel like I'm a long way off from that. But yeah, I mean, someday I would. I want to do something socially conscious. Like, I want to make sure I'm not contributing to waste, or that, like, if I do any sort of merchandise, I'm working with vendors that are eco-conscious, and I don't know, or maybe it's something where, like, there's, what is it, Finn? What's that? There's a YouTuber, a commentary YouTuber, Finn something, that does like TikTok drama or something, like nothing important. But he, oh yeah, a coffee cup would be good. Or like a notebook or something. But he designs like jewelry. He makes like beaded necklaces where he hand makes them and he sells them in a shop. I could actually see myself doing something like that, where maybe I sell my paintings, or maybe I sell some of my other craft work, or I don't know. But a coffee cup would totally make sense. I think that there are things that will make sense as time progresses with the channel, but I don't know. A Monty stuffed animal that no one needs. Just me. Monty can be my hecklefish. Except he's nothing like hecklefish. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I will, you're saying is human, we, us. Let's see. I thought about it in the future, but one step at a time. I am 301 hours from monetization. I'm getting close. It took me about, I don't know, probably maybe a week to get the last 100 hours. So I'm hopeful that in the next month, I'll be monetized, maybe. It'd be so cool. It'd be so cool. Oh, yeah, you weren't on here, were you, Ken? I'll show you. We got more people here now. One of my best friends, one of the coven, his birthday was like 2 weeks ago, but we're throwing him a surprise belated party this weekend, and I've made some decorations. So I went and printed out these photos of him, and it's double-sided, and I'm cutting them out right now. That's upside down. Sorry, he's gay and in a Speedo in both of these photos. I didn't mean to grab this one, but you get it. So I'm making those, and I'm hole punching them out, and then I also made these king photos of him, and now I'm about to cut these out and hole punch them. And so these are going to be strung together in a banner that we're going to hang. And then his name's Jason, and we have a nickname for him, which is Glitter with a J. So Glitter, which is so silly, I know. But it's a glitter themed surprise party. So, and he loves iridescence. And so everything is glittery and iridescent. So my girlfriend bought a bunch of iridescent like tablecloths and like just decorations and stuff. And then we're going to be peppering all of this in. And my girlfriend has a pool and a hot tub, and very lucky for that. And so she got like pool floaties and stuff to go along with it. And then I have a bunch of balloons coming today. And what else do I have? More shit. So yeah, we're getting ready to, just getting all the decorations done. And then I was saying earlier that I got an art gift, like a piece of art for him, but I need to refinish the frame. I gotta do all of that, and it needs to be like dry and ready by Saturday morning. Like I gotta be over there at 9:30 to start decorating. He's coming over at 11. So, it's supposed to rain that day though, so it might be like an indoor pool party, or we will get in the hot tub in the rain. But it kind of depends on the, like, we really do have to watch it in the weather because glitter, isn't it great? Who can guess the movie? Wait, what movie? I don't get it. Catch me up. What are you talking about? But, oh, I was saying, my girlfriend, who's got the hot tub in the pool, she lives on the 40th floor. So we actually do have to watch it on the weather because of, like, they've got lightning rods, but I still get antsy up there when it's storming. So hopefully it'll pass. I just keep telling myself that I learned the other day that we're not sending up nearly as many weather balloons as we used to, and so a lot of weather prediction is like a big ass guess. So I'm really hoping they're just wrong and that it's going to be beautiful out on Saturday. Oh, I didn't see I'm here for the gangbang. I didn't see that. That's why I didn't know what you were talking about. That is from a movie, and I know it. Wow, what movie is it? Oh, that's why you want me to guess. Okay. It's not Friday. It's not Bad Grandpa, right? Yeah, Raining Warm Tub. Obviously, it's comedy. Wait, it's not Grandma's Boy. It's not... Okay, what is it? Fuck, I don't know. Does anybody else know? I know it, and it's killing me that I can't think of it. Old School! Yeah, that's right. That's right, old stoner movie. It's so funny. It wasn't until I was in college that I realized that my dad smoked weed. And the reason I say that's funny is because my given name is Sundown, and I feel like that should have been a clear indication that my dad smokes weed. Babe, it shows my age too. I never watched Naked Gun. I do love Hot Tub Time Machine. It was old school, right? Wait, are you saying the movie was old school, or was the movie old school? You said movie old school. Hot Tub Time Machine is great. That one's not underrated, but definitely better than I think people give it credit for. Okay. All right, circles are punched, although I'm going to clean them up because of OCD. Oh, it's not only been 12 minutes. My thing is frozen. How long have I been here, guys? Yeah, it is a stoner movie. But sometimes so am I. I'm so excited about this gift. I will say, this whole thing was my idea. My idea to throw him a surprise party, and it was my idea to do a glitter themed party. Ooh, Dazed and Confused is good. Trying to think. I think Grandma's Boy is like my stoner movie. Like if I were looking for that energy, I go to Grandma's Boy, which is so inappropriate, but like so funny. Or like Bad Santa's pretty funny. Harold and Kumar. I love that you guys, that we're like in an age range where we can all connect. I was in a dispensary and I made a joke about Office Space, and everyone working there was too young to know what I was talking about, and none of them had seen Office Space, yet they worked in a dispensary. I could not, I was so stunned when I walked out that occurred. I had to call one of my friends. I was like, today's stoners do not know Office Space. Got myself. Oh, hog waller. Ow. Band-aid. I want to bleed on the paper. I'm gonna get more coffee too. I'll be back in a minute. I'm the only person I know that can slice themselves up on craft scissors. Also, I am the kind of adult that only has fun Band-Aids. Those are little monsters. Literally don't have another option. And what's really funny is that I've got neighbor kids all over the place. And one of the neighbor girls next door one day cut herself and asked for a Band-Aid. So I went and got her one. And it was a cute one. And afterwards, that was good, HB. Afterwards, all of the little girls started asking me for Band-Aids, like every day, for something, to try and get the cute Band-Aids out of me. So then I had to stop. Dude, wait, hold on, now I gotta catch up, because you guys were talking shit. No, just HB. Yeah, Gen Z stoners. Gen Z, I'm not gonna talk shit on Gen Z. To start, like, before I continue, just so everyone knows. I don't hate Gen Z. I don't hate them at all. They are different, right? Man, they're different. The older I get, the more grateful I am to be a millennial. I'm grateful to have experienced life before the internet. I'm grateful to have experienced the internet at its onset when it was just this like amazing way to connect and not, you know, what it is now. Like anytime I look online, I see so much stuff about dead internet theory, and I get it. Yeah, man, I'm not. Gen Z's the one younger. Gen Z's like 20 something right now. Gen Alpha are the babies, or not the babies, like the little kids to like, I don't know, probably like early high school now almost, or middle school. And then Generation Beta, which I'm sure they're gonna have a different name for that because no one wants to be that. I think those are newborns, like right now newborns. Yeah. So like it's the generation before my generation and or Gen Z, and I don't mind them. They don't like millennials, which is really funny, but I don't mind them. And yeah, so Gen Alpha is being born still. Okay, so Beta's not born yet. Beta will start getting born next year, it sounds like. But yeah, man, I don't hate on them. I kind of like them. I do think that I've said this before, but I really, really believe in a 4-day work week, like wholeheartedly believe. And I think they're a generation that can do it. What comes now, Gen R? No, so Alpha and then Beta, and then it goes through the freaking Roman alphabet. That's what I'm trying to say. Skynet. Can I also say, Greek, thank you. I don't understand how my phone's not in the sun now. Like, why was this such a fucking problem for days, and now this? I really don't understand. I'm pretty sure I was on around the same time. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see how these look when I cut them out. I've got iridescent ribbon coming today. For these. These friends of mine, this group of friends that I'm doing this for, we've only been friends for about 5 years. We met, the friendship started in 2020. And I'm so grateful for them because they celebrate everything. Like, I haven't had a birthday party in I don't know how long. Like, I don't celebrate stuff. And for my birthday, we did a masquerade murder mystery dinner. And for my other girlfriend's birthday, she did a Death Becomes Her themed party. And now we're doing a glitter themed surprise party. And we've just done so many fun things to celebrate, and I love it. I'm really grateful that they're teaching me how to celebrate. Like, I want to celebrate after I get through the 10 episodes of the telepathy tapes, deep dives, just because, like, that's such a huge feat. Like, I never would have thought I would have done this. So I'm gonna work on celebrating. That's what I'm thinking about as I'm cutting this out. Yeah, but like, then it should be slightly hitting the phone, right? Because it only moves a degree a day. No, and it's awesome. I'm very grateful because it's new. This is turning out so good. And yeah, I mean, I think not only Comer is it going to be interesting how they turn out, but like, I think it's going to be interesting to see how this all turns out. Not just, yes, you do already have the pinwheels. Not just Gen Z or Gen Alpha. I'm kind of scared of Gen Alpha, to be honest. They're the ones I'm scared of. I like Gen Z. I'm a little freaked out by Gen Alpha. And yeah, man, I have a cousin through marriage that's Gen Alpha that I saw. I don't know if it was last summer, 2 summers ago. I think it was last summer. This kid, I don't even understand. They don't communicate the same way we do. They speak in internet, only speak in internet, and I don't, hold on, is that girl? I don't know what any of the lingo means. No, that's a joke. I don't foresee them in a professional setting ever. I I'm sure it'll happen. It has to. But it's very, like, I am really good with kids, to be honest, if I'm saying so myself. And yet this kid, I think I just, like, stared at him for an hour. I couldn't handle it. Yeah. Wait, that's kind of interesting, Ken, that you have a 5-year group friendship also, and that they also have brought celebration into your life. You are right. We do have some weird similarities. You said that from the jump. Okay, these are going to take longer than I thought. They literally communicate in internet lingo, and I don't know what any of it means. And even if you go and like look at the content they're looking at, it still doesn't fucking make sense. Also, like, I always think you see stuff now about Gen Z, because they're 21 now, and they don't have fun when they go out anymore, I guess, because they're so concerned with appearances or people filming them and like being on the internet looking like an idiot because everybody's always got their phones out or filming as I sit here spending my mornings on live every single day. But you go out to like a club or something and like they don't dance and they don't like they just don't have fun the same way, and it makes me so sad for them that like as millennials at least, and like I can't speak for anybody older, but like as a millennial it's awesome that like my give a damn stopped, right? Like I don't text in the shower. I need a Ziploc to like, if you need a Ziploc, I need them to go out and have a good time. I go out and I don't give a fuck. Like obviously, like if I've looked like an idiot on the internet before, it's gonna happen again. Go out and have a good time, and like the poor things are just so concerned with appearances because it's been ingrained into their culture. Just sad. Okay, one's done. Look. It looks so good. So then I'm gonna put little hole punches, like probably here and here, and weave the ribbon through. And I might put like a little tape weight at the bottom of it to make sure they sit up right. Yeah, brain rot. Yeah, I don't mind not understanding. I mean, I do remember hearing that before, right? Like when I was young, when adults would be like, what are you guys talking about? Yeah, the beauty standard of TikTok, that one's really tough. As a woman on the internet, like trying not to self-critique when I, like what I see all the time, because you see such perfection on the internet now, and it's not attainable for most people, and so it's a big challenge. It's definitely a big challenge. Don't mind getting older. It is strange. I'm the only one of my friends that does not have any Botox filler. I've never done anything. And I don't say that as a point of like I'm better than or proud of or whatever. I literally, it's been because it's expensive and I don't have the cash to do stuff like that. So I don't do it. But it is, as much as I don't mind aging, there are times when I look in the mirror or I'm with friends and I'm like, woof. Oh, no, I'm little because my mom's little. I actually have weight gain problems. So it's not a bad problem to have. Obviously, more people struggle with weight, and that's much harder. But I actually struggle with keeping weight on and have to really pay attention to my diet. I have to force myself to eat regularly to avoid panic attacks, because that's usually what happens if I don't eat. But I have some sort of, I don't know, it's not like a disorder, but whatever the hunger gene is, mine malfunctions. And I'm never hungry. And I will not eat and not realize it until I'm in a world of hurt. Comer, I forget that you're a comedian. But regardless, now you know. I've always been a pixie. I gotta go back and check out I wanna go check out your stand-up, even though you said it's not in English. Even though in reading in the news, I still can't tell when you're joking, apparently. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I also think I don't mind aging because my partner and I have a substantial age gap. So I always joke that I'll perpetually feel young because of him. I did see something, actually I think he sent it to me. I did see something last year sometime that was a man speaking, just giving advice on life, like an older guy. And he had said that it's really important for us to make sure that we're crossing generations and that we're spending time with people younger than us and people older than us at all times that we can, right? Until we're so old that there is no one older and we gotta hang out with the youngins. And he said that because his point was that people that cross generations and interact with the generations on either end of them, if you are older and you don't interact with the younger generations, then you get left behind, he said. Like in technology, in culture, in whatever, if you don't engage with the younger people building that culture, then you get left behind and separate. And as a younger person, if you don't engage with the older generations, like there's so much wisdom and experience that is lost without that. And you can't get ahead in life, not in like get ahead in a snot way, but in general. Like you can't play the game of life right without accumulating experience and knowledge from others. And I don't know, it really struck me, and it really changed my view on actively making sure that I am engaging with younger people, especially as someone who's not having children and would typically have no reason to be around younger people. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm glad you told your mom. It's true. It's such a funny thing to be like, yeah, why not lean in and be a little older? Because everyone will just be like, you look great. I don't know, just talking. Wow, okay. It's taking a lot longer to cut out his head than I thought. HB, I'm glad that you and your mom are in a good place. I am not very far along in your book, but where I am right now, I believe you two are not getting along in the book. So I'm very glad that you guys have been able to reunite. I imagine it's probably somewhere along the book where I'll hear that story. gosh, it's so beautiful out here. It does, absolutely. Every generation has to make their own path, but I think that the more that these generations are on the internet, the more disconnect there is between them, and the more, like, so I think that there is a little bit more intention, or at least I feel like it's a little bit more intention about cross-generation interaction now in a personal, like, human sense, not screen to screen sense, simply because, like, Gen Z is already facing a loneliness epidemic. They already don't interact with each other, and so I like, if they're not interacting with people their own age, they're definitely not going to want to interact with people in different ages. And so I think that's where I'm like thinking it out, you know? Yeah. You're right. We gotta figure this out as we go. And I can't, it's wild. Again though, this is another reason. I'm glad to be the age I am, because I'm glad to be at this headspace and maturity level and mental place, I guess, for what we're experiencing in the world right now. Like, if I were younger and less experienced and more, don't want to say dumb, but it, you know, it would be a lot scarier, I think. It's good HB. I'm looking forward to looking at it or reading it. Ex-religion consultant. It really is, Comer, and that's why I'm always saying that it's like so hard to, you gotta pick and choose, because there's so much to pay attention to, because it's all happening at once, right? Telepathy, aliens, internet, AI, politics, like there's so much happening all at once, and I think we have to give ourselves grace in only being able to keep up with so much of it, right? FNG, I was getting down there. I was getting down the line. Can I say happy birthday, gay porn? Is that what you needed? Happy birthday. Is it your birthday or is that somebody else? Yeah. Keep typing or keep cutting. Tiramisu. That's your deep dark secret, huh, Comer? Did you make it yourself? Also, when I eat stuff like that, I love Fernet Branca. Do you ever, or like a digestif, do you drink alcohol? Do you drink those? Always helps me. Also, there could be worse addictions. I know you're joking this time. Even if you did. Okay, happy birthday to gay porn. I'll even say that again. I don't... I'm literally cutting out photos of a gay man right now. You think that's gonna worry me? Oh, it's serious this time. Comer, go find a digestif. Go find something to settle your stomach. Was it cute? Yeah. Yeah, you're not, I'm definitely chill like that. I'm literally cutting out photos of a gay man in a Speedo, nonetheless. Like, on a unicorn floaty. Yeah, it's so funny. People get on here sometimes, and every now and then I can tell someone's trying to get a rise out of me, and really quickly learns that, like, not gonna work. I think that might be the older sister thing too. I'm unfazable. That's not true, but no, it's all good. Yeah, no judgment from me. Not on this channel. Not from me. You could have just asked me to say gay porn and I would have. And this took longer than I expected to cut out, but it is really lovely doing this on live with you guys. Yeah. Me, us, all one. It's just such a mind bender to try and wrap your head around that, but definitely learning that we're all one. And it's not easy, but non-judgment is the goal, right? Can you hear my neighbor's music? Oh, human we us. Is it on your coffee cup now, or is this your idea for my coffee cup? So if it is your existing coffee cup, that is badass. Where did you get it? I like it. On my merge. Human, we, us. Even human though, it's like we're human right now, right? But we're a spirit having a human experience. Which is why I'm constantly battling being a human being versus a human doing, because I like to do so much. Maybe that's what it is. But I feel like that's a really common moniker. Someone will probably have already done that and sue me. I like your ideas though. We are a solitaire as a human no division. I like it. I do need to actually copyright or LLC logically free spirited. I've been using it for so long that I have like some creator rights, because I can backdate the use of this to 2012 or 2011. Yeah, 2011, November. So I like have confidence in that, but I do kind of think I need to LLC this stuff and keep going. There's just so much to think about. You are not staying on early. I am staying on longer than normal again. Go get some rest. I hope you get lots of sleep tonight. I don't think it's going to be raining tomorrow, so it should be back. I'm not even be able to finish this today. There's so many of these. I was about to ask what you were doing. Can I say, you guys, I know Ken's going, but earlier when I was doing this, for a second I was looking down as I was cutting them, and I literally thought maybe I should show them what I'm doing again, because Ken wasn't here earlier and he was on now. And when I looked up at the screen, Ken said, "What are you working on?" And just now I was thinking, I'm going to ask everybody what their day looks like and what they have going on today. And I looked up and HB said the library doesn't open to 10. And I hadn't yet asked what you were doing. And I know you were just saying that because Ken was saying what he was doing and leaving. So it was just a coincidence. But it's the second time in the chat now where I have thought something and then looked at the chat and you guys have already answered the thought. Just putting that out there. It's very fucking cool. Very cool. Also probably cursing, stop cursing so much. No, it's not. Oh, you have a library. Oh, you're still here, Ken? Isn't that weird? Both of you? Isn't that strange? That I had that thought and then you guys both answered? Also, Comer, that's awesome that you have a library next door. Do you go to it? Do you utilize it? Is it pretty? I love libraries. Also, Ken, you can go. That was the end of the story. It made me realize when I looked up and HB had kind of answered my thought, I had to tell everybody that you did it earlier, and I just didn't say anything because I was like, that's weird. But now I can't stop smiling because that's really awesome. Even if it's just silly. Exactly. It felt like some weird, like, literally I'm thinking it and then I look up and you guys say it. And there's obviously like a little bit of a time delay even, so it's really curious. It feels like I have the thought while you guys are typing it, and then by the time it's come through on the internet, I've looked up. It's kind of weird. Only happens when you don't mean for it to, right? I probably couldn't do it again if I wanted to. Oh, that sounds awesome, Comer. That's what I was hoping for. There's something special about beautiful old libraries. Like the big, like marble stone ones. When I lived in New York City, I loved going to the library. It was near my work, and so I'd go on my lunch break a lot and just eat my lunch there, just to like stare at the walls. Just sit on the steps and just like look at the architecture. I do miss New York so much, but I don't think I'd move back. Definitely not with Monty. Yeah, I do too. I love architecture. My very best friend in the whole world is an incredible interior designer and landscape architect. And she works with amazing architects all the time. And I love architecture. It's beautiful. I cannot wait until the day. My apartment is gorgeous, but for what it is, it's beautiful, but I cannot wait for the day when I get to have some cool ass sound like that. Like some beautiful building. I just know it's coming. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Ken. Have a good night. You know, I've never been to Europe. Like I said, I'm not very well traveled. I've been to Japan a million times, but, and that is obviously a big leap. Asia is a lot, but I've never been to Europe. I was gonna go this year, but that's not gonna happen. Oh, cool. I had a neighbor from Prague. We loved talking about it. He lived there in the winters and lived here in the summers. Near my dad. It was funny. He didn't speak much English, and he always seemed kind of scary when we were kids because it was just like this old man next door that didn't speak English, and we were children. And one time when we were little, my brother and sister and I were playing hide and go seek, and I was finding them. And so my sister and brother went and hid, and I found my brother, but I could not find my sister. And after a while, it started to get scary, and so I had to go find my dad and be like, I don't know where she went. So he starts helping me look for her. We're shouting her name. We have to go. We start going door to door, which my dad lives out in the country, so like neighbors aren't super close. There's like 2 neighbors nearby, and then the rest are really far. And so we started going door to door and trying to see if anyone had seen her. She was probably like 6. She was little, and it was so scary, and I had to go talk to the neighbor from Prague, and that is how I ended up meeting him. And I actually have a ring that he got me from like a little machine in Prague one time, and he was a professor, and he had a beautiful garden, and he was the nicest old man. He was no longer scary, and it turns out that my dipshit sister fell asleep underneath a Harley tarp, like a motorcycle tarp in the garage. She was hiding underneath it, and she fell asleep. And that's why no one could find her, and why she wasn't responding for the longest time. We actually called the police. The police, I think the police are who found her in the garage underneath the tarp. Dipshit. So mad. We didn't play hide and seek for months. Yeah. Yeah, I really want to go to Spain. My family biology is French, Spanish, Portuguese, a little Irish, but like mostly French and Spanish. So I love. I can't wait to go someday. I actually still have family in Spain, but I don't know them or really have contact with them. I just know they're there. I found them via 23andMe. Oh, really? Yeah, I'd love to go to Prague. I really want to go to Prague. I want to go to Berlin. I want to go to Spain and France, but I don't know particularly where. I'd actually love to go to Greece, I think, too. And I really want to go to Africa. I really do want to go to Africa, but I don't know where. So much I want to do. Yeah, actually, yeah. Andy, what do you think? Where are you? You still here, friend? So what time is it? I gotta take medicine. Oh, we're good. Yeah, actually, great question. Comer and Andy, and I think Ken's now gone, but have you guys been to the States before? Just curious. I just had to write a character letter for a friend of mine. I don't know what that is, Andy. Ween? When? I don't even know how to pronounce it. I want to pronounce it Ween, but I don't know. Is it a joke I'm not getting? Or no, you haven't been to the US? Okay, neither of you. Vienna. Yeah. Ah. Honestly, yeah, the 90s would have been the time to come. Especially like 90s New York. Mm. Although I was really happy. I lived in New York in like 2010 to like 2013-ish. That was a good time to be in New York too. Yeah. That makes sense. I do love wine. I do love wine. That'd be another reason I'd love to go to Europe. I mean, I'd love to go for a million reasons. Actually, I think next year we will be going because my nephew is going to be studying in Rome for a semester, and I think we're going to go visit while he's there. So that would be awesome. Yeah, everything before mobile phones is awesome. It is cool that a lot of Gen Z are going back to flip phones or like phones that are not smartphones so that they can't do all of the things that we can do, or phones that can't access things like social media apps. It's awesome. It's awesome to see. It really is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to leave some of this for tomorrow here soon. I think part of this now, and then tomorrow finish cutting these out. And oh, that's not goes there. Finish cutting these out and cleaning up the circles, and then today I will work on that frame because I need to sand and paint it. And I will work on a script. And then tomorrow I'll come back and finish this up, I think. I know, it's a little scary. It makes me think of like the Apple, whatever the thing is that they created. You know what I'm talking about. Where the Apple Vision or whatever it is, where you wear it and like your apps are essentially in space in front of you. It's interesting because when I was a kid, those are the things that I wanted to see in the future. Like I would watch the Jetsons and think about like I couldn't wait to see robots and flying cars, blah 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 blah. And now we're here, and like this is the kind of thing that I was talking about. But now I don't want to interact with it. I don't want anything to do with it. I want to put it back in the box. AI is the same way. I know it's not going to go away, but now I'm scared of it. It's mostly the video stuff, and I don't trust anything. No, I haven't seen her, and I haven't seen, you mentioned another movie, or someone mentioned The Substance. I haven't watched that yet either. I think that one will fuck with me as a woman. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I will watch her. I haven't seen Rosie. I'll watch her. I do want to see, is it Megan? The one where she's like the robot doll that's a horror film? I thought hers a romance, right? Isn't he fall in love with AI? Like his phone? Is it Joaquin Phoenix? Is that who it is? Or is it Jared Leto? I think it's Jared Leto. No, it's not Jared Leto, is it? Really? Okay. All right. Perfect movie. I'll hear you. Okay, so it is Joaquin. Okay. And those Phoenix brothers had a wild childhood. It's amazing that any of them is like, I don't even want to say relatively normal, but relatively normal. pretty sure that their family was like started in a cult and then moved to LA, and then his brother passed away in a really tragic way. I'm pretty sure in front of him. And yeah, it's just been a tough go for that family. The amount of times I've been asked if I'd ever start a cult. I used to joke with my therapist that the reason I kept him around was to make sure I didn't join a cult, and then I realized I never would because I don't follow rules well and I don't like being told what to do, so that wouldn't work. I also don't think I'd be a good cult leader because I tend to disconnect when I get overwhelmed, and I would abandon shit real fast for that reason. So, good news is, you are all safe from being induced or inducted into a cult with me. I don't think I made up for it. Ooh, Rooney Mara. Yeah. Rooney's a great name, too. I know I'd make the rules. Yeah, I got the coven, but there's no rules of the coven. Hold on, I can get a little more coffee. Monty is passed out in the living room. I thought I'd be able to get him to come out, but no. Little Kim drugs. Roganist time frame. Are you talking about, okay, multiple questions. One, I know Little Kim, obviously. I don't know the song from the title or what the lyrics are or why you said that, but that's funny. And for time frame, are you talking about me sitting here for 3 hours? I know, it wasn't the intention. It's been an hour and a half, right? Okay. No, I am not gonna sit here for 3 hours. I have to get off the internet. I'm gonna do one more, and then we're gonna hop off. I mean, I'd happily sit here all day and just like continue doing my work with the camera on me for no reason and talking to you guys, but at some point it would probably get weird, right? You guys will get sick of me and you won't come back. So one more Jason to cut out. Oh, okay. I'll go look it up. I mean, everything about Little Kim is trippy. She's a wild child, poor thing. I haven't seen her in a while. I don't know what she's up to now. How she's looking, how she's feeling. I'm grateful her name hasn't been brought up with all this Diddy shit. That's wild. Wild. I was a little bit fascinated with that when it first started. But now it's too much. I'm like vaguely paying attention to the trial, but not much. I mean, the hype before, in like the early 2000s, it was just like people thought it looked fun because it was a bunch of celebrities dressed in white at a house party. Apparently, it's all the shit that happened after that, where shit went nuts. I have a friend who actually used to be a producer for some of his parties. It's weird to say that, but he was involved with the up and up side. He was involved with the party side, and then after the party would end, he would be done and he would leave, and he didn't know that the after party or whatever was continuing on ended up being the freakouts. Oh, get rid of that shit. That man is a monster. I mean, do you? I'm not gonna judge you, but like, no. After seeing that video of him and Cassie, like, there's nothing redeeming for me. Can't do it. Oh, I like Biggie. I do like Biggie. I liked Biggie. I liked Tupac. I hope that I hope that the Tupac stuff gets sorted and they trace supposedly Diddy offered to pay Shine to take out Biggie and then never paid. And I'm hoping they turn that back and get there. You guys, look at all my Jasons. Monsters fall. Look at this. All right, I'm gonna go. Look at my Jasons. They're so great. They're gonna be awesome. All right, guys, I gotta go. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out all day. Yeah. Bye, babes. See you later.